And we have actually a announcement to make.
See?
Corona babies.
Yeah.
Do you think we've gotten into any more arguments than usual?
If you're in the pregnancy or divorce category. Drum roll. Hello guys.
Hello. Hey guys. Welcome back to our channel.
We're very excited to be sitting down again
Yes.
at almost midnight when the kids are sleeping.
Our usual
give you an
time.
update.
Yeah, we wanted to obviously check in the last few weeks. I think all of our lives has really changed, right? It's a new normal almost,
Yeah.
and who knows what it will look like after all of this is over. But yeah, we wanted to definitely also share with you a little bit of our experience in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Now you might have seen obviously quite a bit already on our Instagram stories and two of the other vlogs we've recently put out.
Yeah.
But today we really wanted to take the chance to sit down and really walk you through sort of how we've been managing the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Some of the challenges for sure that I think all of us are experiencing, and also some of the actual unintended very positive consequences or outcomes in a way. Some of the things that are actually quite nice about this. To maybe start off with a little bit kind of how we're managing work and family at the moment, we, I think, have found a fairly good balance. Both of us, as you know, obviously work full time. Fortunately, my employer actually has been very, very accommodating. So what we've done at the moment is we have split our days literally in half. So we're both working now, I guess you could say, half days or part-time. And we kind of decide on a daily basis sort of the AM and PM shift, right? So one day, one of us would work in the morning and then the other person looks after the boys. And then after lunchtime, we switch around, right?
Oh, actually, let's take it back a bit and provide a bit of context because I mean, the lockdown thing, especially when it came to the announcement that schools are shut, that kind of came on suddenly.
That was a different...
Right? And then I think it came on at a point where it didn't really feel like we needed any adjustments at that time.
Right.
It felt like an extended holiday or an extended long weekend. But then it crept into the weekday where we were then both expected to work.
Of course, yeah.
And there was no structure, literally no structure whatsoever. Yeah. So it was a case of, oh, I have that call, I'm just going to pop out. And then David gets back and I'm like, oh, I need to send these emails, so I'm just going to pop out. So there was a lot of popping out and popping in. And then we realized that was not only very chaotic for us, but also for the kids.
Absolutely.
Because there was not one planned activity that they could do for a long time because there was parents popping on and off.
True, yeah.
And then we sat down, as we always preach about the, power of communication. We sat down, we talked about it, and then we were like, we need to make a plan because this is not working.
Exactly, that needs to be clearer. And it's still, I would say, I have to admit, sometimes quite challenging. I mean, you're actually more used to this already. I mean, But
working
for me,
from home.
Working from home, and for me, another thing is that balance actually psychologically from a mindset shift of on the one hand, of course, you think about work for half of the day. And then you kind of, within a few minutes, you switch to kind of being at home with the kids and obviously want to do your best job there. It's not just about tucking them in to bed at night, right?
Yeah.
And you always still keep thinking about, this is something I haven't done at work or so. So for me, actually, that is probably the hardest bit of this, switching of mindset.
So in terms of the kids specifically, thankfully, they're not at an age where they have some sort of school curriculum.
Yeah.
Noah is in creche and Kian is in a forest school. So there really isn't any curriculum to follow. So we're lucky in that sense that we kind of have to plan at this stage what we teach them or what we engage in with them. And so far we've had to choose that.
Yeah.
I think in terms of if I'm working the AM, kid minding session, I decide what activity I would find interesting for that morning, and then I do it. You really love, outdoors, a very extreme sports type thing.
Yeah,
so you're mostly outdoors.
I'm mostly outdoors, doing stuff with our hands or building, repairing things together, exactly.
Whereas I'm mostly indoors with them, baking, drawing, painting, arts and crafts.
That's a great balance at the end of the day, right? It's perfect.
I think it's perfect.
Yeah, because I mean, at that age, as Adanna said, there's not an external kind of expectation of us following a particular curriculum.
Yeah.
And B, even I think from our own personal perspective, they're still at an age where, really all these other school-related things will come, but now I think it's a time for more natural learning. They're still learning a lot of things, but just by engaging them, being outdoors, of course, again, that's what I do a lot, going to a forest, or at least the park. We have fortunately gardens, so a lot of things we can do there. So that alone actually already teaches them quite a lot of things, and getting to know their body and kind of from a physical perspective, and then you already do a lot of stuff inside as well.
Yeah,
but it's brilliant.
It's a great balance.
Yeah, and we can also, of course, you want to kind of tailor to a little bit kind of how they're feeling. I mean, I can see sometimes when I take over, or I start the morning, like how fit and how ready they are for, what kind of activity. You can kind of sense that a little bit, if they're in a good mood or a bad mood, or they're still a bit tired, or they're super energetic at 6 o'clock, or so you can customize it a little bit.
You had said something in the beginning, like in terms of the good things that have come out of this.
Yeah.
And one of them is the ritual of setting up sort of like a movie night for the kids. So we're doing this more regularly, where at the weekend, Saturday preferably, we have this movie night with our projector. We project it onto the wall in the living room, and the kids, and then David makes popcorn.
Yeah, of course. Gotta give them the whole experience, right? Special seats, there's a sort of little Buddha bags or so on the floor, a small bowl of popcorn, some juice.
Yes,
of course.
They love it. Anyway, so we've been doing that.
Yeah.
And then, specifically for us, we now have date nights.
We do.
And not just once a week, twice a week. Imagine, a whole 2 times, Wednesday and Saturdays.
Yeah. I mean, we had tried this before. I mean, we've done obviously our own few things here and there, but nothing really kind of regularly, right? Nothing scheduled per se. So I thought it was really, really good. And of course, it's easy if you're already at home almost anyway, But I think it still makes a difference to kind of sit down and specifically agree on that and say, look, every so and so, or whatever the schedule is, it's been really nice.
No, I think we've done that specifically because we realized that because we're now working half days essentially, when we put the kids in bed, automatically both of us just run straight to work.
Yeah.
So then you find out like day after day after day.
Oh, shit.
Like both of us would automatically go back to work, like to complete that one task we didn't finish. Or like, it was more like a compensation. So it just felt like we were working so much day after day after day without any breaks, like literally no breaks. So the kids are with us 24/7. So we just thought we would choose 2 days, 2 days in
evenings,
a week, where after we put the kids to bed, we do not touch work. Yeah. So, date night for us could be watching a TV show together. It could be having wine or talking or anything that involves
just
both
the two
of
us,
our attention.
Exactly. The attention.
The attention. So we've been doing that, and it's
really nice.
It's been exciting.
Yeah, it's true. It's like first dates or something. Not first, but like
I know
the same kind of feeling.
Yeah, we didn't do it we hardly ever did it because of the kids and the schedule.
True. I mean, I think another great thing, of course, that I certainly really, really enjoy is just simply put the time spent with the kids. I mean, when do you really get to do that other than maybe some long summer holidays, right? But almost being forced to be at home, with the family if you have, or loved ones, or, I mean, in our case, with kids, at least for us, it's certainly also a massive blessing, I can't recall the last time, I was able to spend so much time with the two of them. Learn also a lot from them, like how they're growing up, how they're developing. It's really, really great to see. Every day now you get several hours with them together. You can really think about.
I'm just listening to you talk, and I'm like, honey, I wish I shared in that same passion. Like, we both love the kids, but I'm not gonna lie, it's not like I wake up every day thinking this is such a huge blessing that the kids are here all the time. Like, no, I need a break, and I'm not getting the break, so it can be frustrating sometimes, although we love them. So I don't think it's anything to do with the kids or our affection for the kids. It's just, it could be overwhelming sometimes.
Do you think we've gotten into any more arguments than usual, would you say? Or
actually, I wouldn't say that we've gotten into more arguments. We haven't.
Yeah.
But the arguments that we have gotten into, I literally feel like just shaking you so bad. I think I'm more upset by because there's literally no place to let off steam.
It's not like see me for a few hours.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna be gone for a few hours and then I'm gonna miss you and you come back from work and I'm like, oh damn it, I forgive you. But it's just like, oh my god, he's still in my face.
5 minutes later, he'll still be in the kitchen and we'll still be in the bedroom. It's true. It's true.
I mean, what's your take?
No, I mean, maybe similar, yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't think we've fought more. I know there's all these stories about, which of course are real. I mean, don't get me wrong, of course, a lot of problems, couples for suddenly realizing, if you actually have to spend all the time together, it's like, nah, maybe that's not the right thing,
Yeah.
And of course, some even more kind of sadder stories that are happening. But no, I mean, I definitely don't think more. No, absolutely. I think, it's probably more smaller things because we kind of, like every day about like, well, I thought you were doing the kitchen this night. It's like, when did you ever, when was that ever?
When did we discuss that?
How come you thought, no, I just thought that, so those little things that might not have been there normally, but nothing, not more anything on.
But speaking of couples in the same space, there's been a lot of hilarious memes going on about couples that work together. A lot of people are saying that there's not going to be any scarcity of men when this is over because a lot of women are going to dump their husbands.
Well, go ahead.
Speaking of the other extreme,
right, I was just about to say that.
Oh, look at you! Which
the
is
hashtag
pregnancy,
Corona babies.
Yeah, Corona babies.
Actually, you know what? It sounds an obvious hashtag, but when you say it, it kind of maybe sounds a little weird. Corona babies sound like babies that have corona. Do you know what I mean? Like that's maybe coronials. I think we call them, not millennials.
Yeah, coronials.
Coronial. That's maybe a better way to say it. Yeah.
It's not us that came up with that.
No,
it's trending on the internet, damn it.
But hashtag coronials.
No. So on the other extreme of pregnancy, I would definitely admit that there have been more than one occasion where I thought we might as well have a baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what do you think I was gonna say?
Nothing. Go ahead.
No, where I thought no. Obviously, I'm out of that. I don't know. I think it was in the beginning when we were all like, when the lockdown started and everyone was still having a blast, we're at home. And I was like, don't you think?
What about?
Isn't
now the time?
No, I've quickly come out of that bubble. Yeah.
After then spending 4 or 5 weeks now with
oh
the
my
boys
god,
at home.
Exactly. I texted Sarah the other day. I was like, if I had plans to have any more babies, this pandemic has literally thrown that idea out the window because it's not happening. I'm done. But that's when you get really, really frustrated.
Of course. And that happens. That's okay. Yeah. That's okay too.
So let us know if you're a couple that's not having to spend a lot of time with your significant other.
Yeah.
Do comment below if you're in the pregnancy or divorce category.
Just the two options. We understand these are extremes, but just let's put it out there. How are you getting on, basically?
Yeah.
And one other aspect, of course, professionally speaking now, is in regards to our work, and that has been affected really. In my case, as you know, I work obviously for a tech company, which fortunately has been very, very accommodating. So there's actually a policy in place at the moment where you can work reduced hours at full pay. At least for the time being, so that obviously has been super, super helpful.
Yeah.
Needless to say, it's still difficult to manage that.
Yeah.
But at least, the structure is there, the support is there. The support, exactly, that matters a lot, So that has been really, really good, very positive. Yeah.
Whereas on the other hand, for me, I don't have that much support because as an entrepreneur, you pretty much support yourself. So the current situation has affected my work in terms of business partnerships. So specifically is Medics Abroad. Every year we send healthcare students to carry out clinical practice in Africa. And so for our entire business model being based on travel, and with the travel ban, we've now had to cancel all operations for now. So that is a bummer.
Yeah.
That's a huge bummer that we've had to kind of place everything on hold. Thankfully, the other aspect of me being a digital content creator is on a platform that still allows me to carry on.
Yeah.
But of course, Medics Abroad is my number one baby. And we're looking forward to picking up operations again when all of this is over.
We have actually a announcement to make. Another very good outcome of the kind of self-isolation and being at home the whole time together, spending every evening strategizing, talking, is...
Guys, we finally joined TikTok. I wouldn't say it's been in the pipeline. It's just something that I thought, oh, I don't think we need to be on TikTok. Like, who's going to manage that? Like, we don't have time and all that. But yeah, we finally joined TikTok. And
get ready.
Yeah, get ready. We posted our first video a few days ago. Yesterday, I think. Or a few days ago. And shared that on Instagram. And a lot of you guys, I don't know if you're the same people on Instagram, but a lot of you were cheering us on and supporting us. So thank you so much for that encouragement on our debut. Mm-hmm. But there's a few other things that have come out of us being at home. Well, number one would have been TikTok. Number two would be the Facebook group for parents that we launched called Famfluencers. So that is totally my word right now, because I just found out that nobody in the entire world is using Famfluencers. Well, since we believe that every family is an influencer, since we influence the lives of our children every day, I thought it was very apt to call the group Famfluencers Community. So if you're a parent, I'm going to leave a link in the description below for you to join the group. It's not just for mothers. Bring your partners, bring your men into the group. We've set it up to inspire other parents going through this situation, because we know that it's very tough managing this with kids, and also to share, advice, resources. There's weekly challenge, there's social contacts. It's very international. There's people from like loads of different countries. So if you're a parent watching this, or you know a parent, I mean, come on, there's nobody watching this that does not know a parent.
Exactly.
Tell them to join our community for all things family.
And then last but not least, you saw it obviously in our last vlog as well. We have launched a little children's book or storybook about the coronavirus. Which you can download for free. Again, we will leave the link in the description box down below. You can download it for free.
Read it to your little ones. Let us know what they
think.
And
of course read it to the little ones. Yes, we've been reading it to the boys now for pretty much for most of the last 4 weeks. I think
the way coronavirus just rolls out of Kian's tongue, like he knows why we're staying home. Exactly. He knows that we're trying to build shields. It's just so cute for them to actually have a context around all of this.
Correct.
Anyway, guys, this brings us to the end of this video. We just felt like we haven't sat down and chatted to you guys in a while, and it feels good to do this. Let us know if there's any topics in the next, few videos that you'd want us to address specifically.
But yeah, so we just wanted to give you a quick update a little bit on how our last few weeks have been, besides what you've been seeing in the last vlogs and on Instagram stories. And talk a little bit about where we are on the spectrum between, divorce and pregnancy.
We're more on the pregnancy
We're
spectrum.
We're definitely way more on the pregnancy than divorce spectrum.
Divorce. Yeah. So let us know what end of the spectrum you're in.
Yeah. There should actually be a thing for Instagram, like
Can we put a poll?
A meme or something, emoji for like the pregnancy versus divorce spectrum. Where are you?
But can we do a poll on here on YouTube?
We could try and do a poll. Maybe we'll try and do a poll. Yes, we'll try.
That'll be so interesting, David. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. Oh, were you going to say
something? No, you go ahead.
Thank you so much for joining us. We love you.
Yes.
Please stay safe. Stay home. Mm-hmm. We're sending you all of our love, warm wishes.
And obviously make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and share the video if you liked it.
Bye.
Bye-bye.